I mean, and when you look at the lane setups, is there a lane that's going to go well for Spirit this time round?
Mid should hopefully be better. It'd be hard for it to be worse. And it's nice to have a Void Spirit against OD. Yes, the Meteor Hammer combo is solid, but in theory, you should always be able to dissimulate before a touchdown. And Furion is the best laner in Dota. So, especially with that Blightstone to start the game, you would expect top to do pretty well. Oracle, 2 armor. Wraith King, 2 armor. So, 0 once touched by Collapse.
All right, well, we'll see if Spirit are able to get themselves a better hand on the lane, something that they, of course, have struggled with in both of the games we've had this series so far. As this mid, definitely one to watch it, as Toronto Tokyo did suffer last time around on the Void Spirit. We'll see how well he's able to play the matchup into the OD.
Yeah, top already getting aggressive. Like to see this. A lot of pressure coming out onto Nightfall, forcing regen. Unsure about the stick to start. Did he expect? No, he must have expected this to be the lane. Just his choice. I would have thought he would buy more regen.
I mean, maybe feeling that because he has an Oracle behind him, and there's eventually going to be that extra potential for Kingslayer to keep him topped up.
Bottom lane, Yatoro pushing the wave forwards. Like to see it. You don't ever want to give Beastmaster Rubik a creep wave advantage.
I mean, this mid lane so far is proven to be pretty even between Toronto Tokyo and GPK. Just trading the CS hit.
Yeah, it's the fact. Hey, this counts as a win in my book. Toronto Tokyo, he's out to a lead. He's got the CS advantage for the first time today. Gonna be feeling happy so far. Remnant a little off the mark, but no big deal. In top also doing fine. I like this from Mira. Just trying to deny pulls when possible. So far, so good.
This is going to be a lot of damage onto Toronto Tokyo.
Oh,
yeah. Good job he had that Fairy Fire. In fact,
Please
one more Arcane Orb might just do it. It's going to be very close. He's got to be careful. As he will. He'll be able to live, gets himself enough money to get the bottle complete too. So bottle will be out for him, allowing him to stick around in the lane.
Yeah, you're okay with this. If you're Toronto Tokyo, just because you have that bottle out. In the previous game, he got so crushed on those initial waves that he didn't have that regen kicking in. GPK is the one who will be low on mana for some time. Bottom still doing A-okay. I love this Death Prophet simply because you are so powerful, even as a 5 position in the laning phase. You're going to do just fine down here. Top even, mid slightly GPK favored, but should restore equilibrium soon now that the bottle is complete, as we've mentioned, as GPK is also out of mana. And it's really nice Nightfall. He's just spamming skeletons to just try and deal with these treants. He got them level 1 too, perhaps why he got the stick. You know, he wants to always have these up, sustain a bit with the lifesteal, but not allow Collapse to shove the wave and then out-deny him with the help of those treants. And also another innovation, like you see this often, but sometimes people forget. He gets a chainmail first item on Nightfall just for the bonus armor. You're playing against Blightstone. Effectively, you go from 0 to 4 armor when you're getting hit by the DP, which is pretty significant. It's like 23, 24% less damage taken.
Obviously, 4-minute power runes, of course, very important for Toronto Tokyo here. It's a haste rune up top, as Mira will be able to keep it safe.
That's huge
for him. So a very nice rune hit.
Mid is still just not going very well. But what can you do? It is OD. Something that we really haven't seen in these regions, but NA specifically, like this hero just gets first picked. Oftentimes for offlane, but you know, hey, go figure.
I mean, at this stage now, level 5, just kicking out so much damage with these punches, GPK. Toronto Tokyo. He's got to be very cautious how much he steps up against this OD.
Yeah, if anything, Collapse is going to have to be the one that kind of dictates the pace of this game. In fact, this off lane, really, because you've got the Knicks as well. They're really the only people that can do things on the map. And oh, Mira, you took.
That was Toronto Tokyo's rune. Why is he taking his rune?
I don't know.
Oh no. I guess he's going to have one over there, but that's going to take him extra bit of time to walk all the way back up to his triangle.
Mira would have loved the bottle charge, but you don't get one because...
he just picked up the bounty rune.
Yeah, this is...
A bit of miscommunication there.
This is a weird rotation, because now Toronto, he has to go back for his own rune. Now you've got the stack low, but no longer Void Spirit there.
Oh yeah, Nightfall might be able to get a few of these. He will.
And you left mid for a while. That's most unfortunate.
I mean, I guess the move was going to be hard to make anyway. You know, he's still level 5 in the Void Spirit. You really need that 6 before you're going to be able to catch the side lane by surprise. As, yeah, GPK is going to be happy with that little bit more time that he got free to himself in the mid. Free farming away. Rune will be bottom and bottled up by Toronto Tokyo. At least, again, it is another great rune for the Void Spirit. We'll see if he's able to do something more with this one this time round, though.
Yeah, he needs the Astral Step.
Yeah, he's got to get his 6.
But there's a Meteor Hammer up already and interrupted, though. Nice play. I'm surprised GPK let that happen.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, let's see, because these creeps will get Toronto Tokyo the 6. Now, he's got that potency that the side lanes do have to be prepared for. As we see top, Collapse and Mirror getting in on Nightfall. Just a little too speedy with the phase boots. Always able to run away from those two.
Yep, Toronto Tokyo, he'd love to get active now. He's trying, he's got the boots, he has Arcane Rune, Astral Steps on demand, but where do you go is the problem. Can you gank bottom? Not really, there's a Medusa Death Prophet down there. Top lane possible, but it's just the Nick stun that you have to set up, and Wraith King will have his ultimate momentarily, getting it off this top wave. Probably save the point. And so far, so good. I mean, V, he actually just skills it. I approve. You know, you don't want to go for the greedier style here. You're really just trying to survive. Oh, wow. Frame perfect. Nice job. I think Dissimulate takes at least 1 or 2 frames for the cast animation, so if he times it right, perhaps he'll be able to get it off, no problem. My brother also messaged me, very disappointed. You can BKB off of a Yules into Spear. It has frame priority. I'll have to test that.
You don't trust him?
I do.
I'd trust your brother.
He probably would know.
He knows Dota. As mid, this time round they get the kill with that. Bit of extra backup. The Meteor Hammer combo does the job. Nothing that Miriam and Poshka can do. Oh! Okay.
Quick fingers.
All right. Easy spike carapace there. As, well, that's a long cooldown. 150 seconds of no ult here for GPK. As, I mean, I don't even know. Maybe it would have got the kill if Mira didn't spike carapace. I don't know. Would it have done enough damage? I guess it does do a lot of damage nowadays, and he did have a fair bit.
It would have been close.
Yeah. We'll see it again here. That's a clean setup to start things. Very nicely.
Got him.
Now back in the action though. They're trying to make moves onto this OD. They're bringing 4 in to make it go on to GPK. They're not going to quite be able to do it, and GPK is actually trying to turn and chase them down. They can't commit any further though. Still being a little outnumbered here by Team Spirit around the mid lane.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. The trouble is, when you play with this Prophet, you know, this isn't the kind of game you want to be playing. You don't want to extend the laning phase. Prophet wants to abuse the fact that you have global TP and this massive amount of damage, the treants. That was the first move. This is the first time he's left this top lane. Like, it's the trouble. When you lose mid like this, it just doesn't feel like you have a play. Again, the trouble is, how do you do anything bottom? It's a Deuce and a Death Prophet. You don't have playmakers. It's just Toronto Tokyo that can really get active on this map, and he's going to go for the triple null build. That is how much he is suffering at the moment.
See bottom up. A bit of aggression on Yatoro will force him to stone gaze. We'll see to the side. Maposha, he's going to walk right into GPK. I was already just starting to see GPK having once again just that much more impact the laning stages compared to Toronto Tokyo.
Yep, now they leave mid lane to save. He's happy with that. He'll get level 6 up. Top lane, Nightfall. Yeah, you're not going to kill him. He's got ultimate prepared. And just rushing the Radiance. I love that decision. Just being greedy. And bot lane, you're forced to do so away. It's a Meteor Hammer on the OD. Clear the wave easy. And a Beastmaster. So the tower pressure is certainly going to be there. I just, man. Collapse needs to try and get more involved in this game. He's going to push top, but yeah, they're just going to respond. And OD's here.
Got the setup with the Rave Fire Blast. GPK. He's able to reach in straight away. Astral, Sanity's looking for the burst. It isn't quite enough to kill Collapse, but they are able to find the follow-up. Kingslayer comes in with the flames to nuke him down. You see the Ghost come out. They're trying to commit on them, but a great stump from Mirror catches both GPK and Nightfall. They bring down the OD. They'll bring down Nightfall at once. See if they can do it a second time in. Mass backup coming in from VP.
The boys are back in town.
They try and chase, but DM's not going to be able to get in range for the roll.
Kingslayer was one creep away from level 6. Otherwise, he can save GPK there. Unfortunate. That was a sick double stun for Mirror. The Nyx making a big play there. And you can see the power of the position 5 Death Prophet. Even though he's effectively just naked boots. With ult up, like he's doing just as much damage as a mid-hero would with that ult ready. And enough to burn the ultimate on the Wraith King too.
He came around to the mid lane. A little on his own though, and DM was ready. Not the place for Collapse to be.
No, he doesn't seem very comfortable on this Nature's Prophet. The rotations he's made thus far have been ineffective and just hasn't been able to play around his team. A bit, again, kind of exposed by his draft. Like, Dusa not really going to help you very much in this early to mid-game portion, and a stolen Treants.
I've been getting this extra bit of pressure onto the mid tower, but they're holding it. Fortification popped. And with the Deucer in position, they can clear out the summons.
Hey, Yatoro is pretty fat, though. This is a Medusa, after all.
And then sort of in both of the games, we have seen Yatoro hit some solid timings. His game's never really been shaken up too much. Even in that second game where they're getting beaten down, he did have a fair bit built up on the Ursa. And a very tough game to play. Spirit just continuing to hold this middle area of the map, not leaving DM the chance to pressure it.
No, Yatoro, get the stack. No! Oh, the Ancients don't spawn. It's 250 gold, Owen. It's gone.
And efficiency. There's now mid. Tier 1 does finally fall. VP able to claim it, but at the same time Collapse. And Toronto Tokyo will take the trade top.
You'll have Orchid soon on Collapse, and then things get a little easier for you. You know, this Virtus.pro lineup, if there's no Oracle in the vicinity, this OD specifically is susceptible to getting hopped on. You got a Nyx for scouting, Void Spirit, a lot of high reach. And once again, this series has slowed down. You know, all 3 games have been slower paced than I think perhaps the people at home would prefer. But this one, you know, 3rd game, both sides being a little conservative. And I think VP is quite comfortable with this. They have a Wraith King who should be finishing his Radiance momentarily. In fact, he should grab it after the next spawn of Ancients. Again, the Meteor Hammer interrupted just to slow down the push. Yatoro. Just so sad whenever I see it's like worse than not Midasing on cooldown when you don't get your Ancients to spawn. It's just gold straight out of your pocket.
I'll pick up that illusion. That will speed up his farm a little bit. I want to start clearing the waves in the mid lane. Same time as he's sticking to the jungle. Still, Nightfall just pretty much even. I mean, him and Nightfall farming at a very competitive pace. Both carries
Neck and neck.
in a good spot. Yeah, it's a close game all round. VP just with that slight lead and that ability to pressure a little more than Spirit can right now. Having just 14 minutes in, and we're having VP push at this tier 2.
Yeah, I like this. Just take control of the map. Oh, they got him.
Look at the setup. Yeah, they get the Carapace and the Impale off, and Mirror's actually away. Again, just sort of messing with VP and certainly making this tier 2 tower last a little longer. Just down here on his own as a Nyx assassin, but it's enough to sort of mess with VP's attempted push.
Wraith King has the Radiance complete, and the Halberd likely the next item. Really like that decision. It is super effective against the Dusa and increases his evasion as well. Dusa needs a bunch of items in this game, but you can kind of see the timings, right? You're going to have this OD with the BKB, Necro 3 on Beastmaster, really strong. Side of Team Spirit, you got to delay. Eventually the Dusa, he'll have that Scotty, which is queued up now, and the MKB or possibly the Rapier. That's when the balance of power really shifts back towards this Radiant side.
Radiant are scanning.
But until then, it should be the Virtus.pro show, and indeed, they will smoke out. They are ready to rock and roll. They want a fight. They welcome it.
I'll see what they can get. Can they get the setup? Spirit a little split up. Now we collapse. Mirror, the only two in the lane down bottom. And they're moving in. Over to the side, they'll start onto the DP. See if they can burst through Maposhka. They can. Maposhka taken out. So now they turn their efforts over towards the tower push. Nightfall.
Gotta be careful here.
He's away. As they'll be able to protect the Reincarnate.
I mean, that was so risky. Like, DM could have just roared the Dusa there, but they didn't expect him to just be that far out of position. Really wild. Like, Collapse isn't here.
They'll try to clear the trees here to find Mirror. No, they'll find him. As this time round, VP, they get what they came for. Tier 2 tower going down here. 16 minutes in. Top lane, they did do a lot of damage to VP's tier 2 as well, actually. But VP able to get back in time to keep it defended for some moments longer.
It's so hard to play a game like this as Team Spirit because you have this Orchid on Collapse, but I question what that does for you at this point. Like, you don't have the map control. Just check out the wards. Look at the number of sentries placed around the map. You have outpost bottom as well now as VP. How does Furion ever force a pickoff, right? Do you feel confident, like, opening on GPK? You'd need at least 3 of your allies already circling. And Yatoro, he's a Dusa. He's just going to farm. And it feels really awkward in these sorts of positions because you don't really have the capability to make offensive movement. You just kind of hold hands and hope for the best. But we'll see if it pays off. It certainly did in the first game. I mean, perhaps the Medusa will function as well as those multiple E-blades and magic damage did in the first.
I mean, when you're picking the hero, you're definitely sort of planning for, to deal with situations like this and to just try and hold off and hold out.
And it's only a 3K gold lead, but again, the profit, that's the key. We've heard players comment on this as well. Whenever Nature's Prophet is even in net worth, you feel you're actually behind. It's like an alchemist. You're going to get more out of the map naturally. Hang on. They found DM. No Necro.
They're going to get him. And he tries to get the roar off. He's not going to get the chance to.
Under attack.
But DM gone. Definitely puts a bit of a stop to the aggression of VP for his moments of death.
Are scanning.
Yep, they get a little bit of map control back. Citrus and Wards. Mira hunting. Oh no, that's the stolen Vendetta. So we didn't see him there. They really want mid tower. They're going to look for it. Here comes the TP. Nyx is in position.
Let's see what Mira can set up on too. The dust is out. They know he's around. Immediately turning with the Astral into the hammer. Comes crashing down onto Mira. Mira, he's going to fall. Toronto Tokyo tries to jump into the back lines. But that Ags with the silence going, but no follow-up. No one else able to reach that deep with him.
Great discipline from GPK there as well. Holding the BKB. Recognizing it wasn't necessary. And that again, that's the concern with this Spirit draft. Like, they just don't have damage right now. It's all about this Medusa. Profit, in theory, if we're watching OG play, we'd probably see Seb much closer to the top of the net worth chart, but laning phase and mid-game rotations just didn't go as well as Collapse would have hoped. And they're going to try and take this bottom outpost back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And then, look, oh, pre-teep. Look at that. I love it. Very aware of the objectives on the side of Virtus.pro. They saw him on the ward placed below. As soon as he starts walking up high ground, they're like, nope. It's our experience. Thank you very much. They will trade runes 2 for 2. And Halberd complete on Nightfall. So, again, the damage output, the damage reduction that Virtus.pro offers now. Like, you have a Dusa, rather, you have an Oracle. You have an Astral save, as we saw, to prevent Nightfall from burning his reincarnation on the push bottom. The evasion on the Wraith King now. The active disarm on either one of these 2 cores dealing range damage. Likely the Dusa. Uphill battle for the side of Spirit, but they should be used to it. As long as they're not quite out of stamina, they've still got a shot.
Mid lane, they're trying to bait something here with Nightfall at the front.
Dire's top
I
tower
was to say that actually is the VPs are there. They're actually going to sweep top. They leave Nightfall mid. DM's looking for an opportunity here as GPK is going to start the action. They'll catch Mirror. The rest of Spirit, they'll back off.
12 HP. Oh, we got it.
top tower has fallen.
Looks like collapse. Solar Crest next item. He's still thinking about
He's
what
got
to
a lot
buy.
of money. Is there anything bigger that could be tempting him here?
I could see the Shard as a possibility because I think you've probably realized, like, we can't really fight. We're just trying to not die and push lanes, and Shard is certainly the best for that, but I don't mind Solar Crest either because you're trying to turn this Deuce into a turret of damage. This is the best item to
and
do so.
he's got the Shard and he's got the Medallion, so yeah, still getting that Solar Crest, as you say.
And, into the pit they go. Maybe a little later than they would have liked, but you're feeling confident. Nightfall is enormous, top of the net worth charts, with a slightly less comfortable lead than perhaps you would hope. Toronto Tokyo, he has the Essence Ring, he has Ags finished, so his AoE damage within a team fight is rather formidable. But, oh no, not again.
Now GPK. That's going to get silenced here. We'll have Toronto Tokyo trying to commit onto the back lines. He's trying to take down Kingslayer, but Kingslayer's fine. They turn, they've got the lockdown onto Toronto Tokyo. He's going to get blown up by the Sanity's Eclipse. But the Void Spirit goes down. Yatoro is able to move in onto GPK, but the false promise is up. Kingslayer enabling GPK to keep fighting in here as he turns. Hammer not going to be hitting onto Yatoro as he steps out of the side, gets away with the Manta, but Nightfall, he's still in trying to commit onto Miposhka. Miposhka siphoning him down though. Are the crits enough to off-do the heals? They are. As the damage comes in, they find a third. They're now moving in onto the Medusa. Mirror trying their best to help out from the side with the Impale, but they cannot keep Yatoro safe as Nightfall, he doesn't even lose the reincarnate that. They can't even take him down the once.
Did a really cool maneuver there. Middle of fights, he was turning off Radiance to make sure he didn't proc the Carapace. And my concern, you look at the damage numbers. When the 5-position Death Prophet is in second place, you've got some concerns. Not the greatest series thus far, unfortunately, from Toronto Tokyo. Don't believe he even got the Essence Ring off there. Effectively just showed up and died. And I just don't know what you do here. Oh, and like lanes, sure they went a little better, but
Look at this replay again.
yeah.
I mean, at the beginning, it looked like there was a chance. He's trying to get in. He blows everything really on Kingslayer, but Kingslayer already got the Fate's Edict off.
Lifted, smacked, kapow! And it's a BKB on OD. First usage to great effect. Like, what does a Void Spirit do to this hero now, especially with this item build? And I don't blame him necessarily. Like, this is a...
Well, this is a build, you know, getting that Axe first, but for sure, if you're behind it, the damage is definitely a problem.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower
It's just a concern. Like, this mid lane, you know,
Radiant's
VP...
top tower is under attack.
incredible in lanes, but and he did go for the shard, like recognizing, I got to shove lanes. We need way more time. But when your one playmaker is the one who is shut down in lane, it ruins your entire game plan as a team because suddenly Prophet doesn't feel like there's anywhere to play around, and nobody can actually make active moves. Also, I love it. Quelling Blade on the Rubik. We've seen the OD carrying tangos for most of this game. Sprout is not a method of CC if you itemize properly, and they got him. Or not.
Lost them out with the combo, but that mirror still dead for sure. It's looking tough. It's all going to be down to Yatoro. Can he carry this game? Rapier queued up next. That's the way he's got to go. He's had to go it 3 times, or well, this will be the 3rd time this series. Game 1, it certainly had its merits. Game 2, the game was already in a state where Rapier wouldn't be able to save it. This time around, this game is definitely more savable with the Rapier Medusa than last game was with the Rapier Ursa, right? Like there is more of a chance that Yatoro can hold and at least make it very hard for VP to close the game on.
Well, there is always a chance. I fear because there's just nothing to help him. There's a medallion.
There's a Solar Crest. He's nearly got it done, right? Okay, it's 600 away.
But there's no support. There's no buffs. There's no save. It's just Yatoro versus the world. And he'll need to harvest a lot of his anime power in order to take this W. And in addition, he'll need some more time. That Rapier is still a ways away.
And Yatoro, he's going to pop the Stone Gaze. We'll see this time. Poshka, Astral, set up into the hammer. He's gone. Yatoro will manage to TP out, though. He's over into the tree line, and he's away.
He didn't toggle split shot either, or mana shield. So now you have a Rubik with a Stone Gaze. But bottom is being pressured. You know, Collapse doing his job. Shove the lane, shove the lane. Soon to be a Shiva's on GPK, and the damage reduction on the Dusa is going to continue to build up. Solar Crest soon to be complete on DM as well. It's a really nice choice.
There's a DD room as well waiting up top. See if VP scouts that out. Yeah, Collapse and Mirror just continuing to try their best to play out on the map. Put pressure on, take attention away from Yatoro's farming movements.
I like the VP decision and the way they've altered their itemization. You know, a blink on the OD after that BKB Meteor Hammer, a blink on the Beastmaster after the Necro 3, recognizing what went wrong in the first game. We couldn't kill him, and they have not had that issue in either of the following games. Yatoro in a very aggressive
he's going to want to TP out. I mean, he has got to TP in a few seconds. I think he's just going as deep as a position as he can, so there's no chance they find him. Surely he's going to want to get out of here. I'll send the illusions out. And surely he's getting out. Yeah, he's getting out. He's not sticking here any longer. As a good job as well.
Just in time.
Yeah, immediately on the hunt as soon as the illusions show their face in the lane.
Not really much to discuss. When will the Rapier come out? Soon. Until then, it's a game of keep away. And I don't know if they're going to succeed. They have found enemies. Unfortunately, fortunately for Spirit, nobody near DM. It was just him doing the dewarding.
He's changing his mind, Kyle.
What? No, that you do not buy a butterfly.
I mean, evasion is very strong against these two heroes that don't really want to be building an MKB. He's got the tunic, so it'll add up to quite a bit, but you don't think a butterfly's going to cut it for the turnaround?
I think that the best defense is a good offense, and right now Spirit is not dealing damage. Evasion is good against all these cores on VP, but you're just going to still die to the spell damage. There's a lot of lockdown, there's a lot of disable, and unfortunately for you, no one else on your team is really going to be able to do anything to these enemies. Like, maybe they... I don't know, we'll see.
I mean, because if they can keep playing like this, he might have the chance, Yatoro, to get the butterfly and the rapier before anything really happens. I mean, sure, yeah, but you are definitely playing for VP to not try and push and take objectives, but the game has been pretty peaceful. He's getting space as the Deucer.
Yeah, I mean, they're just waiting for Roche. And you're playing against AC and Shivas. So it's a 45 attack speed minus and 10 armor that you're facing as a disadvantage in terms of like the global team engagement. And an Oracle, you're gonna need a hell of a fight. I'm trying to find ways. I'm like, how does Spirit do this? And it was all about the rapier.
If they can get the butterfly and then the rapier, and he's got the butterfly.
Okay.
So, you know, with the tunic, how much evasion does he have? He's got 46% evasion. So, you know, effectively doubling his HP here. So he's incredibly tanky. I was queuing up BKB and MKB. He's really turned away from that rapier decision. I wonder what made him sort of change his mind. Maybe he feels that the game has gotten to a more comfortable place. You know, maybe he feels, VP, they've not managed to close it up. And he can sort of go back to the original plan of the build-up that he wanted to do rather than feeling the need to sort of get the desperate early rapier into his build. And he's going back to what he wanted to do initially.
I mean, they've succeeded in their goal. I mean, VP, they've been forced into this tedious type of game that I know they're not huge fans of. But they're just playing mistake-free thus far. I mean, it's 15-2. You can't really ask for much more of them. Look at that. That's the Radiance toggle. This man, he's been doing it all game.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen him really get tripped up by it at all this match. Nightfall.
It just shows that he's got that global game sense that you're looking for in a carry player. I mean, it's the... it's not something you really see very often. It's rather nuanced. It'll go unnoticed a lot of the time, but he's doing it consistently as he just walks around. Cancels the TP, Roche is up. Let's just finish it off. Maybe we'll lose our tier 2, but, something must be sacrificed. I think they're going to give it once again to GPK.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. As... no interest from Spirit to head over here. Toro. Halfway on the BKB.
Nightfall has something else. He had bought... I mean, he finished the AC, but I swore he should have more gold than this. He hasn't bought anything in some time. And there's the BKB. He had Sanj Kaya queued up at first, but that is by far the better decision. Mira gets the Carapace off, but you just can't make things happen here. In fact, you got to be careful of your Team Spirit. There's no Yatoro here.
Yeah, they're getting out. They don't want to try and fight VP right now. As it really is. It's falling to the same pattern as game 1, where Spirit are doing a good job of not getting caught off guard.
How long has it been since we had a kill? Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh, it's been a while. Wards? Towers?
There we go.
Okay, it's only 10 minutes.
Yeah, only 10 minutes.
Maybe we'll get one soon. I can feel it.
Maybe. I mean, if Spirit's able to keep playing like this, I don't think they're going to be giving up any sort of little kill here to VP.
Yeah, into the base. Hold the high ground. Vlad's picked up like all the items coming online for VP. They are at the level of siege ability. They're just going to buff up this Wraith King and let him hit the base. BKB rather, finished on the Dusa, so he should be able to stand and fight.
I'm going to jump in, start things off with the Astral. That's the tier 3 gone.
Yep. Collapses up top though. Those bigger tree ants with his Solar Crest going to start dealing some base damage.
Oh, indeed. Nice man to dodge here with the Ray Fire Blast. The Raw's going to be committed onto the Nixon Stash, and they'll get Mirror. As Toronto Tokyo tries to jump in, Stonegaze and BKB pop by Yatoro as they start to push back GPK and Nightfall. GPK getting low. Kingslayer comes in with a false promise to keep him safe. Cheese keeping this Nightfall Wraith King alive, making sure that he doesn't lose the ult quite now, but they're getting ratted pretty hard here, Kyle.
Nature's prophet things, man. These tree ants.
I mean, a range racks and half the HP of the melee racks in one burst there from these treants.
He'll pay for it with his life, of course, but I think he'll... Wait! Okay, I thought he was actually close to getting the melee.
I mean, they've managed to chase here, Spirit, as they've caught Kingslayer. They do lose Collapse. GPK able to kill him off.
Yep.
But I mean, if they can play like this, if they can hold the base around the Dusa and get the profit out in these sort of ways, it is going to make it harder for VP to close this one out.
And I mean, VP they're playing a solid game, but you got to think that that loss in game 1 will weigh on them. Like, it is so frustrating to play this game. Like, I've been here before. You
see this? You're like it's 17-3.
Yes. Like, but the goddamn rats, the rats, right. They're everywhere. They're top, they're bottom.
You're pushing into this, very farm Medusa. Again, Yatoro. He's got the gold, and I'm glad to see he did change that MKB up for the rapier. I mean, you get the rapier now. And
you're not leaving your base anyway.
No, any time he's on the high ground and popping that BKB, you're not going to be able to walk at this butterfly rapier do so. At least it's going to be very hard to do so without taking a huge amount of damage. And, that then means that VP's in a position where they have to put a lot of resources, pretty much their whole team, into trying to seize the high ground. That, of course, does mean that map is it's going to be open for Collapse to do his thing.
And that was your big timing for VP. Like, they're not going to get much stronger in this game in comparison to Spirit, like, ever. They had Aegis, they had these armor item timings. The Rapier will equalize the damage output. The one benefit is, unlike the CK, the Wraith King is a royalty of a different sort. Like, this hero will not fall off. You don't have to worry about your illusions just getting popped and if your ultimate effectively...
Sure, but how does he sort of stand up against the Deucer in the...
That's a great question.
...crazy stages?
Abyssal helps. Swift Blink helps. Like, you have a lot more you can pick up on. 17-3, 17K. I'm trying to think. Is there something we're missing? Like, ready to look to Twitch chat. Like, hey guys, what would you like us to talk about? Because Lord knows we're gonna have time. Roshan won't spawn for another 3.5 minutes.
Games. It's just not a lot's happening, but I feel like that's
just hanging out.
I think it's the Spirit plan. This is what Spirit want. Yeah, how about this anyway? I feel like do we ever really see this? We've got the Aghanims on Oracle, Carl. Check this one out.
Oh, I've never seen this before. Fate's Edict no longer causes enemies to be disarmed or enemies to be immune to magic damage.
I think it's allies to be disarmed, right? Yes, allies to be disarmed. If it no longer causes enemies to disarm, that'd be kind of bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty good, actually. You just put that on the Wraith King now. So that's how you deal with Medusa now. You're going to just buff your Wraith King. He's going to get Solar Crested. He's going to get Edicted. You're going to spam heals. He'll also be immune to the magic damage of the Void Spirit and the Nyx.
Yeah. So it's only really the Deuce's damage output that he has to worry about.
And also, man, Yatoro, he knows no fear. He is buying the Relic in advance. No buyback now, and no Rapier complete either.
He's close, though.
And we got to pause. Yeah, take a bathroom break. Bathroom break. They're preparing for the long haul, I mean, this might not end anytime soon.
Yeah, everyone at home, maybe everyone at home should take a bathroom break. Take your time, lads and ladies, to get yourself settled in for a nice cozy one here to end the night. I mean, yeah, it is a 70k lead for VP, but definitely feeling that this game is leaning more the way of game one and the potential of Spirit maybe to turn this around than it was the way in game two, where with that lead, it very much felt like VP had a clear route to victory. And this time around, once again in this third game, Spirit definitely having the potential to throw some pretty significant hurdles their way.
I almost feel like VP, if any, like, yes, they've played mistake-free, but sometimes that could be a mistake because you don't know where the line is until you cross it. You're playing perhaps too unaggressive. Like, they should have had more of an advantage. They should have pushed for a win, dove into the base perhaps to try and kill Yatoro. I again point to that engagement around the tier 2 bottom, where Collapse is showing top, one hero is dead, DM is in range to roar the Deuce as he walks up high ground and chooses not to. They get the tower for free, sure, but they're not getting more advantage, and it's just a repeat of game one. Spirits, like, take that, take this, sure, no problem. We'll eventually be ready to fight you.
There we go.
In a while.
And they're back in. Toilet break has come to an end. Hope you've all managed to get back as well.
Tier 4 items.
Actually, probably doesn't matter if you're still on the toilet. You probably won't miss anything. Take your time in the toilet, out the back. You got time.
They're looking to maybe make a play bottom, but they see Kingslayer behind, just spamming Shadow Amulet to make sure his OD stays safe, and they're aware. And Immediately, Spirit are like, oh god, there's more than one. We gotta go. I also appreciate that this whole game, Mira has been swapping between the Philosopher's Stone and the Psychic Headband.
Yeah, someone's got to do it. Make sure you're making that money. Oh, that's a nice one. Trickster.
There we go.
I want to the point where do you even just give that to your Toro? Ah, he's got the ninja. Yeah, okay, he's going to want to favor that anyway. But someone's definitely going to make use of this cloak. Surely, the cloak is so strong. Yeah, they're going to give it to Collapse, helping with the sort of the wrap potential, giving that ability to sneak away in the shadows.
I mean, it's just funny. Toro really isn't getting that much farm anymore because he's forced to just play so defensive.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's what they've been doing so far, and it's working out. They're not losing the game.
Like, they use a smoke. Oh, sorry, that was the Ninja Gear. Never mind. What am I saying?
Oh, he does lose his courier, though. So for the next 3.5 minutes, he's going to get the money. They're going to have to make a trip out with him to the secret shop if he wants to pick up that rapier. He's not going to have any other way to get it out.
Roshan might spawn in a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be a fight over it. And Nightfall is like, enough of this. I'm going to get a rapier of my own.
I mean, he needs it. You know, Butterfly and on the Deucer, it's already enough. You've got to have something to fight through this evasion. And you have to have some serious amount of damage to know that when you do commit on that Medusa, if you are able to close the gap in your Toro, you're going to be able to kill him. He's heading out. He's not got anything to sell, though, really.
Yeah, what is...
what's
happening here?
I don't know how he's gonna. He's not gonna. There's nothing to farm here, so a little unfortunate. If he was hoping for the ancients and the large camp to be there, 'cause that would have been enough to get the rapier gold. But now it's
okay, he'll come
it's a scary game.
Okay, he's got it.
Oh,
and he gets the courier. Oh, the rapier! Wait.
No. Okay. It wasn't that courier. It was a different courier. He was buying that was Oracle's courier. That was Oracle. It wasn't the rapier courier. Nightfall was.
Oh my god.
He was picking it up by hand at the top shop. But
my
no.
heart just dropped.
Because it did happen at the same time. Rapier and then courier. No, that was Save's courier. We still did have Save's Eon Disc recipe. So that means not
the Poshka.
Right, so we've got the double rapiers out. Open for Nightfall. And Collapse. They'll find him. That's Collapse gone.
It's alright though, level 16. No big deal. Respawn in 40 seconds. It's at level 17 when the respawn timers really start to scale upwards. You hit the max per level death respawn added.
Mm-hmm.
So until then, smooth sailing.
Have a look at this again here. Collapse. Boom.
How'd they find him?
Was he under the wall?
Dive bomb. He got dive bomb.
He did. The shard's out. Boom. Gotta watch out for these birds. It was that author that warned us about the birds. You're smart, Kyle.
What? Warned us about the birds?
The birds.
You mean the movie? Like the birds?
Yeah. Oh, it was a director, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes.
He warned us about the birds. Mira. He's going out.
Someone should have warned DM.
Oh. And they've got the damage. I've got that kill. DM standing a little too close to enemy territory there.
I mean, can you blame him? He was perhaps a little lulled to sleep. This is the first time he's encountered enemies in what feels like 20 minutes.
He might have taken a toilet break.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, Roche isn't... Wait, Roche...
It's about to be up.
Roche is up!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they had it for some reason. Yeah, that's a wild death.
It wasn't up yet. I mean, for a full minute, do you think they can go into the pit and take this whilst the Beastmaster's down?
I think so.
Yeah. They've got Deso as well on...
I'd love that. And the Overcorruption.
Yeah, that's a lot of minus armor.
It's all about that deuce of damage.
Oh, well, that's the dead next assassin. It's Nightfall. He's going to step... I mean, it's scary. It's spooky around this pit. Who's going to commit for this? Buyback from Mira.
Okay. Does that mean that means you're going to go for Roche,
30 seconds. The Beastmaster DM's going to be back up soon. They've got to do it quick.
Time. Maybe it's the timing because he won't want to buy back with only 20 seconds left. But
he can't. He hasn't got it.
Oh, the stolen mana burn from miles away.
That's going to be strong. Not a bad steal to grab.
What? Why the buyback? Okay, well, 6 minutes past the time. They do collect their 4th Tier 4 neutral item. Feel good about that, but Dire Side is in the base, or in the pit rather. Nightfall ready to rock and roll. He has his shard too, so mana burn will not be a concern. Oh, and top though, the melee
base. Someone's got to get back and deal with the Treants. Look at them go, Kyle. They're pretty strong.
But they can't really enter the pit. Hang on, they might find Nightfall. But look at, again, toggling the Radiance. That is like, he's got some real strong mental fortitude. At this point, if I'm playing Wraith King, I am just so mad I'm not toggling my Radiance anymore. Like, I'm doing this for like 30
Kyle,
goddamn minutes.
If you're playing Wraith King, you haven't got the Radiance.
That's not true. 2 Rapiers, though.
Oh!
Oh!
Easy courier.
No steps. He has the talent, though. Should be okay. Yatoro showing. Gotta be careful. They have
DPK's in. They're able to get the jump straight away onto Yatoro. They're on top of him. He's gone! A beautiful jump there from VP as Spirit were not ready for that. Immediately collapsing onto Yatoro. They just couldn't help him. They couldn't save him. And just like that, Nightfall, he's dual wielding now. Double rapiers on the Wraith King.
Warglaives are activated. Cannot believe that that just happened. Like, they...
I mean, they weren't ready for that one bit. I mean, what?
No, Yatoro wasn't ready for that. No one's showing on the map. Like, do you expect VP to just not do anything the entire game?
I mean, what's sort of the criticism that you can't be standing there as a deucer, or what? Like, how did that sort of come to play?
You see 0 heroes on the map. You are alone. There's no save behind you. Like, yeah, you just.
All right, I mean,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they got to now deal with a double rapier Aegis Wraith King as Nightfall's just looking to close it. Roars out, boom, boom. As that is Maposhka down and out, he'll buy back. GPK, he immediately going to kill Maposhka second time. It's over. It is over. Double rapiers on Nightfall. As how do they stop this, Matt? They're going to try. Stone Gaze is out. Defensive Astral buys him some protection against the ultimate. Can they stop Nightfall? A stolen Stone Gaze from save coming in with the counterplay. Toronto Tokyo trying to jump in. The Deucer will get frozen for now. Nightfall's over towards him. They're onto Yatoro. Yatoro trying to get himself back towards the fountain. And they're going to beat them down low. Sanity's Eclipse doesn't quite kill him off, but they're focusing the Ancient. They're looking to close it up. As Team Spirit desperately trying to slow down Nightfall, but this Ancient, it'll fall as VP will secure the win here.